Welcome back! In the last video, we made the dough and divided it into 4 flavors. It's time to roll, cut, and shape them. We'll make thumbprint cookies and bake them to perfection. This is where the magic of all our holiday cookies really starts. All 4 cookie dough flavors have chilled and they're nice and firm now. I'll start working with the classic sugar cookie dough first, and the rest will go back into the fridge to stay cold. I'm using half of this dough for cutout cookies and the other half for thumbprint cookies. Since this dough needs to stay cold, I'm working with just 1/4 at a time and keeping the rest chilled. Smaller portions make it much easier to handle. Before stamping, I lightly dip the cookie stamp into cocoa powder. This helps release the stamp cleanly and creates beautiful highlights in the design, making every detail stand out clearly. This is the moment when everyone gathers in the kitchen, kids, family, and lots of laughter. These little traditions make baking so memorable, and you can really feel the warmth and holiday spirit come alive. Bake the cookies at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 12 minutes, just until they're set but still soft in the center. As the tray comes out of the oven, the kitchen smells amazing, so buttery and warm. The cookies held their shape perfectly with sharp, clean edges. And they didn't spread too much, just perfect. Now we're working with the matcha-based dough cookies. I'm using half of this dough for cutout cookies and the other half for thumbprint cookies. A few tips for working with this dough. Lightly dust your work surface and rolling pin with flour to prevent sticking. Keep the dough cold. It's much easier to handle that way. Roll it out to about 1/4 inch thick so the cookies bake evenly and hold their shape. Don't overwork the dough, and if it starts to get too soft, pop it back in the fridge for a few minutes. These little tricks make rolling and cutting much smoother and keep the cookies looking clean and crisp. Don't throw away the leftover scraps. Gather them together, gently press them into a ball, and roll them out again. This way, you can make extra cookies without wasting any dough. One important step you don't want to skip is chill the dough in the fridge for about 20 minutes before baking. This helps the cookies hold their shape, prevents spreading, and ensures they bake evenly with clean edges. Now we're working with the Chocolate Espresso cookie dough. I'm using just half of it for cutout cookies, and the other half will be saved for Linzer Cookies later. Bake these at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, keeping a close eye on them so the chocolate stays rich and doesn't overbake. The smell of chocolate and espresso is absolutely incredible. Next up is the red velvet sugar cookie dough. Just like before, I'm saving half of the dough for red velvet star cookies later. There are so many ways to cut cookies, even without cookie cutters. You can use a glass, a jar lid, or anything round you already have in the kitchen. But this year, I'm using these cute cookie cutters with plunger stamps. Let's bake them! Once the matcha, chocolate espresso, red velvet, and classic sugar cookies are baked, I place them in a container to keep them fresh and moist, while I move on to making the thumbprint cookies. For the leftover sugar cookie dough, I'm mixing in about 1/4 cup of almond powder to add extra flavor and texture. Then I scoop the dough into balls, roll them lightly in almond powder, and place them in the fridge to chill. These will be filled with almond butter later, and they're going to be so good. For the leftover matcha dough, I'm using just half and mixing in about 2 tablespoons of sweetened shredded coconut. You can chop the coconut a little finer if you like. Then I roll the dough into a log and let it rest in the fridge. We'll fill these with Nutella later. They're going to be rich, fragrant, and so delicious. Now, the matcha coconut Nutella cookie dough is chilled and firm, making it easy to slice. I'm cutting the log into 8 even pieces. The almond butter cookie dough is ready as well, and we'll fill those next. We'll fill the almond cookies with creamy almond butter. To shape the almond cookies, use a teaspoon to gently press the center of each dough ball, creating a small shallow well, just like this. Then fill each one with almond butter. We'll do the same with the matcha coconut cookies, pressing the center. We'll fill the matcha coconut cookies with rich Nutella. Once they're filled, bake the cookies at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes, until they're just set and lightly golden. The almond cookies filled with almond butter and the matcha coconut cookies filled with Nutella are fresh out of the oven. They look absolutely gorgeous, smell incredible, and have that perfect balance of soft centers and lightly golden edges. For the rest of the leftover matcha cookie dough, I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of roasted crushed walnuts for extra texture and flavor. Once everything is well mixed, I roll the dough into a log and divide it into 8 even portions. Each piece is rolled into a ball, then lightly coated in almond flour. After that, the dough goes into the fridge to chill. Later, these will be filled with my homemade strawberry jam, adding a sweet, fruity contrast to the earthy matcha and nutty walnuts. For the leftover sugar cookie dough, I'm mixing in about 1 tablespoon of black sesame seeds and 1 tablespoon of dried cranberries for texture and contrast. Once that's combined, I add 1.5 tablespoons of almond flour and mix everything well. Then I roll the dough into a log, divide it into 14 even portions, and let them chill in the fridge. Later on, these will be filled with pistachio paste, adding a rich, nutty finish to each cookie. Now the matcha walnut dough is chilled and firm. The black sesame cranberry dough is ready as well. I gently press the center of each dough ball to create a small well, then fill the black sesame cranberry cookies with pistachio paste. I do the same with the matcha walnut cookies, filling them with homemade strawberry jam. Once they're filled, they're ready to go into the oven. The matcha walnut and black sesame cranberry cookies are fresh out of the oven. They look beautiful, smell amazing, and have those lightly golden edges with soft, jam-filled centers. I'm rolling out the leftover chocolate espresso dough to make Linzer cookies using these little cookie cutters. Then the cookies go back into the fridge to chill before baking. And lastly, I'm rolling out the red velvet cookie dough and using a star-shaped cutter to make festive cookies. I press an M&M into the center for a pop of color. I like to chill the dough briefly before baking to help the cookies keep their shape. It's simple, but they look so cheerful and perfect for the holidays. They are fresh out of the oven, perfectly holding their shape and looking absolutely festive. Tomorrow, we'll have fun decorating the cutout cookies with just one simple icing, easy and stress-free. I'll also show how to place these little treasures into a beautiful gift box. Stay tuned. Enjoy the holiday spirit, and happy holidays to everyone!